guys, welcome back to Heiko's Garage. We're not in my garage, but we're in front of my wood stove here behind me. And today is wood stove cleaning time. Winter is up on us. I want to start using my stove. And as a responsible stove owner, you should be cleaning your stove as well as your stovepipe and your chimney once a year. Get rid of all the creosotes that have built up in there and make sure that you don't get a chimney fire. So we're going to start up on the roof with a chimney cleaning brush. And after we have done the chimney cleaning brush, chimney cleaning brush and have gone through the entire chimney and stovepipe, then we can go here into the stove and clean out the stove, clean the glass, and then you can start using your stove. And to just give you a quick look into our stove here, it's pretty much how we left it last season after the last fire. So the glass is pretty dirty. And let's turn on some light here for you. This is like a pretty efficient, relatively modern stove that has the secondary burn kind of contraption up above it. You can see the opening going into the chimney. And then we can remove all this here. This is just screwed in and clean it all out and pretty much start fresh. What I also just noticed is we have a crack in one of the bricks here that we might want to replace. These are standard kind of pieces. You can buy them at every stove supply store and then just put a fresh one in there, a new one. All right, let's go on the roof. All right, guys, so we're on the roof next to my chimney. As you can see, this is pretty tall, so I'm about 6 feet tall. I think I have a total length of chimney plus stovepipe of about 12 feet. And you will have to clean this entire length. Here in my case, it's pretty easy because I don't have any kind of 45-degree angles, any kind of turns. It's just a straight shot down to my stove, so pretty simple. A few products that you have to purchase for that. Here I have, made by Rutland, it's a chimney brush extension rod. Total length of this is 18 feet, costs about 44 bucks. I bought it at Tractor Supply. You can probably find that at other places like Ace Hardware Store or something like that. Maybe Home Depot. And these rods are relatively flexible, not super flexible, and they kind of screw into each other. So I have a steel, actually the exterior is galvanized steel, on the inside it's stainless steel. So this is like a double wall chimney pipe with insulation in between. The inside liner is stainless steel. And here's a Rutland chimney sweep cleaning brush, 6-inch round for metal flue. So this is for metal flue. They also make a 6-inch brush wire. Here's English, masonry flue. So if you have a masonry flue, you use steel brush attachments. If you have a metal lined, doesn't matter what it is, if it's stainless, steel, or aluminum, you use the 4 metal flue. That's the one we need. So this is a 6-inch round brush with nylon bristles. They are pretty stiff and rough. They are not the, the fluffy type. The end of that brush has the same thread as these extension rods here. So just put it together. And then you see on the other end here, you have an eye that you can potentially hang weights off of. So if, let's say, you have a really long chimney, like 30 feet up, 40 feet up, and you want to run this all the way down to the end of it, you might not be able to use those flexible rods. Then you use a attachment here so you can tie a rope on it, and on the other end you put a really heavy weight, like a 12-pound weight on it, and then you drop it into the chimney, and then by the weight it falls down the chimney, and then you just pull it up with a rope. But here in this case, since we're pretty short, 12 feet or so we should be able to get away with about 3 of those sticks here, or maybe 4. Let's do 4. For me, it's relatively easy. My roof pitch is pretty shallow, so this is a 412 roof pitch, so you can easily stand up on here with no danger of falling off. But if you have a steeper roof pitch, you definitely want to make sure that you have a harness on and that you tie yourself to the ridge. All right, this rotating cap here, that comes out really easily. It's not glued in, it's just held in with friction. We're gonna also try to put this here in a way so it doesn't fall down the roof. That would be beneficial. let's not roll. All right, and we're good to go already. Nylon brush. I always make sure that before I push it in that all the threads are tightened up, because I don't want this to come apart. Now stick it in and just slowly, gently feed it down your chimney, and then eventually you will feel the transition where it goes from chimney pipe to stovepipe. So this is all still chimney pipe, and now we're getting into the stovepipe. Gets a little tighter, but it still goes. And then eventually I will hit where it goes into the stove itself, and it should not continue. Oh yeah, we just hit it. So we should be at the bottom now. Now you just need to reverse direction, and the bristles, they kind of point in one direction, and you will have to overcome that. It's quite tough sometimes, but here in this case it actually works pretty well. Oh, that is the tough section again. You should maybe wear some eye protection. My rotating cap up here got really caked with creosote. I cleaned that yesterday. I should have probably waited and showed you in this video, but the whole contraption up here, all this was caked with creosotes. So if you notice any kind of difference in drafting and the chimney just doesn't want to work properly anymore, you should probably investigate or hire someone to do that for you. But here, this is a DIY channel, right? I'm not an expert in this, but I research topics pretty well before I do anything, and buy the right equipment. The reason why I have a steel wire brush is because I didn't research it properly, and then I saw on the box it says for masonry chimney. That's why nylon. I'm just sharing, you know, what I found out, the mistakes I make, and I pass that on to you so you don't have to make the same mistake. So just buy the correct one, the nylon bristles. Let's run it down one more time. There's the tight section again. I think that's only like a foot or two long. Pretty tight. And then it gets loose again. And that is that one piece of stovepipe that's different than the other. And then we're pretty much on top of the stove. There's tight again, just for a little bit. All right, and that's pretty much it. So I have a drop cloth on the ground. I have my shop vacuum cleaner here sitting next to me. And now we're going to give this whole thing a cleaning. All right, guys, so during the time lapse, you saw me taking a bunch of things out. So the secondary burn system up here, secondary air, there are those, some sort of composite, it's not fire brick, some sort of composite material, and on top of that is a fiberglass kind of a fabric that had lots of ash and creosote sitting on top of it. Cleaned that off, and then in the process I found 2 broken fire bricks. These are red in color, but doesn't matter. Most stores that sell stoves, they can also sell you a new fire brick. And then I vacuumed out everything, even in between the fire bricks, and they kind of shift apart. So I kind of realigned everything in here. And now we're just gonna put the new fire bricks in here. They're exactly the same dimensions. So that's all good. One is missing over here. This is like $3, $4 maybe a piece. Just don't drop them. They are very porous material, or like very, yeah, what do I call it? Not very robust. If you bang them against stuff, they're gonna break. So now we have perfectly fine fire bricks, no cracks, no nothing. There were a couple metal pieces that need to go back in here. So this one here goes on top of those fire bricks, but under another metal bracket, like that, and then 2 screws. And here, let me pause and show you inside real quick. With all this secondary air system cover up there, those composite boards, I could also clean around the chimney opening. There was quite some material hanging around, and I just vacuumed it out. And now I just need to put the 2 screws back in there, and then put everything back together up there. A little bit more vacuuming. So here it goes. Ash and water clean this up. This is what this looks like inside now. Everything is clean. Now I'm going to vacuum the outside, get my drop cloths out of the way, my tools and the broken fire brick, and we're done. This is the Discovery 2 with a little wood storage underneath. So maybe a little bit dust cleaning on the outside. And then tonight we can have the first fire in here. All right, guys, that was it. We did a full chimney clean, stovepipe cleaning, stove cleaning as well, vacuumed out everything. We replaced a couple of fire bricks in there and literally inspected everything. Everything is good to go. So we can start a fire tonight without any risk of a chimney fire. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down in the comments section, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.